hello to all you glorious people here at the Daily Antidote of Song. It's Friday. Woo, 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 woo. Bringing you greetings, Kathy Bullock from Berea, Kentucky. We're on day 1,356. Did I say 1,356 days of joy and laughter and wow and everything? Magic. There's a magic. So we get to do it all over again today, y'all. I am delighted we have some fabulous singers and musicians who are going to share with you today. So before we get started with them, let me give a special hello, shout out to every one of you. All of those who are joining us through Facebook or any of the social media, welcome. Glad to see you. Another day, another day. Oh, thank you, Jaden, our tech person, for always keeping us straight. And the two fabulous performers, Gerdan, we will come back and talk to them and let you hear the magic. Hold on to your seats. So we have Kathy from Virginia. Welcome. Busy, so good to see you. I'm sure everything went well yesterday when you all did your performance in the community. Fabulous. Arlene, with Rudolph's cousin. Good to see you in California. Athena, welcome. Julie in Ontario, hi. It's Angeli, welcome. Susan G, Cincy, good to see you. Louise in Devon, UK. Carolyn, thank you, good to see you. And that cute little ornament there, oh, pretty. Cricket, Silver Spring, hey. Kevin, hi, good to see you. Luda from Victoria, British Columbia. Kathleen from Albuquerque. Bonnie in Boise. Kathy in Denver. Linda in Orcas Islands. Don, hey. Don, Leanna, and Willard, hey. Good to see you. Hindi, Toronto, Bob, and Mabel, and the Bears, all as well. They are here. Kevin in D.C., Hoda in British Columbia, and Ned in California. Storm with another fabulous hat. Maureen in Canada. Hindi, Nancy, Washington State, and in Silver Spring, Gary. Daly, good to see you. Deborah, who's down the road from me, I think, if she's here in Kentucky with me. And then we have Martha Elizabeth and Carolyn in D.C., Lynn in Connecticut, Maxine, Diane, Carol, and Aloysius is here. Looks like a beautiful day outside wherever he is. Sandy in Western North Carolina. Pamela, Perry, let's see, who else? Let's see, Fred in Silver Spring, James, Stundus K in Texas, and Jane in Texas. Woo! Welcome. Take a deep breath with me and blow it out. Why? Because we can, y'all, because we can. Another fabulous day. Now, let me tell you, this group, this dynamic duo, you have heard before on the Daily Antidote of Song. In fact, Solomia tells me that one of the very first performances in 2020 of Daily Antidote of Song were these two phenomenal people. Woo! And if you were cognizant, they just finished last week performing at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. And I want to introduce this group that takes these two that take traditional Ukrainian songs and influence with a lot of different styles and their own creativity, and they come up with this magic, which they call Gerdan. So I'm going to let them talk further, Solomia and Andre, and please welcome them to the Daily Antidote of Song. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you so much. We are so happy to be here. Finally, when our schedule was just like, okay, it's a perfect time because it's a Christmas season, holiday season, and we are so thrilled to be here and share some of our culture. We just presented, as you said, you didn't know, but we did the magic of Ukrainian Christmas at the Kennedy Center last week, and we did create that magic for many refugees who came here and then just forgot that they had to escape the war during that concert. We really had a great feedback from the show, and we tried to cover a lot of carols and also the songs that traditionally sang through the New Year's in that show and do a dance. And they did. We invited the little children, little carolers, to bless Kennedy Center, all the audience with the traditional blessings that they do. So we kind of in a spirit of holidays, and we want to share with this virtual community from around the world some of the songs we sang in our Christmas shows. And they are kind of easy to remember, and I believe you would have in your chat the words, that translation, so you understand how they what it is about, and of course pronunciation, so you could sing along with us. And first song we're gonna sing for you, it's a traditional carol that people enter the house during Christmas Eve and also all the Christmas holidays. It's called Dobryi vechir, tobi. It means good evening to you. And because it's usually it was in the evening when the carolers would come after the Holy Supper, would have 12 dishes, like 12 days, 12 months in the year, and 12 apostles of the Jesus Christ. And so that's a caroler is very long, but we will do only 3 verses, kind of the introduction verses that say, "Good evening to you, Master. All rejoice, earth rejoice, because Jesus Christ is born." And you put on the table all beautiful rugs and linens, and again it's repeats the same earth rejoice, Jesus Christ is born. And then they talk about the holiday that's coming up. So this is just really, really beautiful carol that every Ukrainian pretty much knows, and now you're gonna learn it. So we're gonna play for you, so just for you to kind of feel the vibe and atmosphere, and then we can sing all together a little bit of it.
Beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
So
Now,
that there's
people
that
can-
refrain that always sings "Oj radujsa zemlje, sin Bože narodivся" for every verse, and it's usually every house, everyone in the house sings with carolers, and they bring this beautiful star that should be also with a lot of bells and colors, and it's just really beautiful for each household to invite the carolers, because they bring this new beginnings of Christmas and New Year's, and pretty much they bless the house for the beautiful year.
Wonderful. Is there dancing and movement that goes with this song?
So sometimes, well, this is you. If you heard, this is like very broad and kind of on a slow motion song, but usually carolers not just bring the songs, they bring the entire little theater. It's a kind of little play that they
Almost like a nativity play.
yeah, but they would have nativity play. They would tell the verses, and they would play the story of Christmas, and they will wear
Oh,
different. Some people will wear, angels costumes. Some people will have kind of traditional costumes. Some people would have this shepherd's costumes, and they will play that little story. And of course, it cannot be very long because they have to bless every house,
the
and it
house.
sometimes it goes for a week because if you want to come into every
Wow.
house, you need time. And
Wow.
they cannot just go without like having some treats from the master from the house, and sometimes they would have to stay a bit to try their food. So it's kind of a very community celebration, especially in villages. And when I was a child, that was just so memorable, and that's why it's just so different feeling Christmas. Then here it's more about presents and people. Yeah, it's also joy and love, but in our traditions, it's more about community and getting together with the family and celebrate together, rather than just giving the presents. So about more as more like spiritual, reuniting with the family and the ancestors during these holidays.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I just for a glimpse as you were playing and singing, I had the vision of the folks moving and dancing and listening, and you bring them in and food, and oh my gosh,
Yeah, so
that
that's a lot. Yeah, and then sometimes they usually the person, little boy, he would have this bag with all the treats that they will have, but he has another bag with the wheat and coins. And wheat he will kind of like throw into the house. Wheat, that means you're getting um, a lot of food because people would grow their own food in traditional culture, right? And coins that you will be wealthy,
Rich. Yeah.
rich, right? So that's just another part of that of the celebrations. And the second thing that we wanted to teach you. It's another carol, but we call it Щедрівка. And this music and these songs are played and sang before New Year's, and we call it Malanka. And this is because in Ukraine there was a two different kind of view of the world combined together. It was pre-Christian, of the believing in the nature plus Christianity. They kind of merged, and all the traditions that were pre-Christian merged with Christian traditions. And that New Year's, it's also about health and wealth. And there is also traditional supper that people do, but then this is also more involved of joy about upcoming year. And it's about also carolers and hospitality. And the other song we prepared for you, it's called Ойче є чи нема пан господар дома. It means if master is at home or not at home. That's you knock the door and ask. This is all how they coming into the house. And the plot of the song, that carolers come and say, oh, the master is home. No, he's not at home, he went to the mill. Why he went to the mill? He went to the mill to get some wheat and some honey and beer to treat the carolers. So that's kind of very nice. And it's also sometimes these carols and щедрівkas, they are just super long, and each generation will bring something else to it. So we will just give you a teaser, a little bit of that. And that was one of the songs we sang in the Kennedy Center too. So that, if the audience wants to see with a full band, they can always go to the link and listen to this song. And then now we can try to sing it. We're gonna sing it, and then I can just teach you the pronunciation, but it's pretty much very easy if you see the like in English words, because they are very short and repetitive. Let's try.
Sure, I'm ready.
Okay. чи є, чи нема, пан господар дома. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, пан господар дома. Ой, нема, та й поїхав до млина. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, та й поїхав до млина. Та й пшениці спецювать, меду пива купувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, меду пива купувать. Меду пива купувать, щедрівників частувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, щедрівників частувать. Ой, чи є, чи нема, пан господар дома. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, пан господар дома. Ой, нема, та й поїхав до млина. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, та й поїхав до млина. So we are going to ask you, because you see Andre here is combining two instruments. So there's a rhythm to this song, and we're gonna ask you to try to do this rhythm at your homes. It's a very traditional Ukrainian rhythm for the many of the songs. It's a ta 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 ta. Yeah, so this is what you will do throughout the song. And what for the beginning you can all sing the whole thing, but it's pretty fast. So you can start with the Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір. Can we say that? Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір. That means generous evening, good evening. And Щедрий вечір, that was that supper also that right before the New Year's. So you always repeat that Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, and there is a last verse of that song. So we will do now a little bit slower, so you could try. And then after that we all try to do it together. Okay. So let's start with the rhythm. Ta ta ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ой, чи є, чи нема, пан господара дома. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, пан господар дома. Ой, нема, та й поїхав до млина. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, та й поїхав до млина. Меду пива купувать, щедрівників частувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, медівників частувать. Меду пива купувать, щедрівників частувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, щедрівників частувать. Okay, I think you got it. I
Oh,
see.
we're jamming, Solomia. Oh, yes, we're loving it. Woo.
I know. I see the chat. Oh, I can't clap and sing at the same time. Yes, it's very distracting. So you can choose what part you want to do. You can just do clapping, or you can do singing.
Yeah, it's syncopated rhythm. It's not easy to sing a straightforward kind of
Right.
melody and lines and then clap totally different.
And do
rhythms.
people
It's challenging.
dance? Do they dance with
You
this?
can
Yeah.
dance too, and pretty much in our interpretation, it's a really upbeat. And there's a chat. Please tell about
The flute.
the flutes that you play.
Oh, these flutes are, well, let's see. Let me put my tambourine down. So no more syncopated rhythm, but more of this to show people. I have about 200 some 50 um, wooden flutes, so lots of firewood in my house here. Haha.
Excuse me,
um,
Andre, you said 250?
I know. That's the number. That's the number. 250 plus. And well, let's see. This is a bag of tricks, and if we can rotate this computer around the room, there's instruments all over the place. But anyhow, these are flutes, traditional Ukrainian flutes, and we call them sopilka. Can we all say sopilka? You
Sopilka.
got it. I hear you. I hear you all. And this is a family. So some of them are, you can see, like a piccolo, another one's like a soprano, there is a tenor, there is a bass, there is alto. And so finally, Ukraine been 30 years, well, I want to say free, but kind of, in a different mix now. But all these instruments been prohibited during the Soviet Union, and it's just think about this beautiful sound and beautiful craft, just how they look, not even think how they beautifully sound. Something like this that people would prohibit to play and make and learn. But because of tradition survived due to not many people, now it's, in the past 20, 30 some years, we've been trying to make these instruments, learn, teach kids in a conservatory and a college how to play and how to make some of these instruments. Yeah, and it's a fully chromatic instrument. You can play not only folk music, but it started as being a folk instrument, but now, elevated into the academia level. Students do play classical stuff like. So pretty much it has a capacity, facilities of like a flute, right? So you just move your fingers across the board and you play, right? 10 finger hole. So I keep all of these guys are busy.
It looks very
And yeah,
similar to the recorder that we have here, but more
very similar, but no double fingering, no double holes here, like on a C sharp. The recorder has D
yeah.
sharp and two thumb holes, believe it or not. Yeah, right. It's
Fascinating.
fascinating instrument. Yeah,
Okay,
really,
everybody,
really.
we need to come over to their house. We
Come
need
on, no, next time. Next
so we
time,
can
we're here in my
take a tour
place.
of the 250.
I'll make everyone busy. So let's see, what are the numbers here now? We have, so
We
we
have
need more people.
54.
54. We have to triple, quadruple this. I'll make everyone busy in my house to play instruments.
Carolyn's getting the bus. Now, a quick point you made. These flutes were banned during
Yes.
the Soviet, and I'm wondering, were these songs that you were singing for us, were they also banned?
Well, look, during this period of time, there was only Russian church, and anything Ukrainian, anything Catholic that was, sometimes even being in student at church, they would make teachers to go during the holidays season and kind of patrol and stand and spy on the parents and spy on the students who are going to the church.
Wow.
It was a kind of a sick period of time in our history, unfortunately, and well, this, yeah, it's,
And then sometimes they would change the words. For
yeah.
example, that Dobryi vechir, instead of the Christ was born, the New Year's. So so it's more non-religious. So they would just kind of like you would keep because people will want to sing. They have this tradition, but they will say, And then I see Carol of the Bells. That's actually Щедрівка was that New Year song that we just sang, Щедрий вечір. And Щедрик, Carol of the Bells, was brought to United States by Ukrainian choir in 1923. And by the way, the composer Leontovich was actually killed by KGB because he was one who brought that a lot of kind of identity to the songs, and he was pretty much murdered. So it's very unknown history, and it was prohibited to talk about it. But now world knows about Shadrik, about Leontovich, and now some people kind of open for themselves even Ukrainian culture, and that's at least through this, yeah, the thing that I see many comments here, many things in history are prohibited to talk during the times that some nations or they just try to kind of silenced, so
So
others just
even singing the music is an act of
Yeah.
resistance and
Well, anything
empowerment.
Ukrainian, anything
Yes.
that has Ukrainian
Yes.
connotation in the language, probably many of you till not very long time ago, you would say, oh, you speak Russian. Yeah, we had to speak Russian. I do speak Russian, but our language is Ukrainian. We speak
Yes.
Ukrainian. And so the language was prohibited, right? Ukraine is a big country, and a huge part of this, the east part, the central part of Ukraine was much, 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 much more invaded by Russian kind of ideological ideas, and even polluted with Russian people.
Well, as we stand here, as I sit here, as you are there, as we're listening to this all over where we reach today, I'm sending out thoughts and prayers, appreciation of what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thoughts
thank
and
you.
prayers for all the folks who are dealing with so many difficult things, just day to day life. And
Everybody well?
praying
Yes.
that the entire community and the whole country that we go through a breakthrough where we just continue to move and burst out of all of this craziness into a space where we can live with some peace and dignity for all of
Sure.
us.
That's true.
And I thank you for what you're doing because you said for your program, it was to provide a moment of magic and joy
That's
to
it.
help encourage folks during this very difficult time.
Yeah, we hope we made some people happy, and for even that 1 hour, and
Yes.
felt like in comfort of their own culture and songs, and just and also promote that we are here. This is a this very deep tradition, and we um, you know we are here to speak for our people, and with our music and our songs that have like really really long history, really.
Thank you so much for being here to speak for our people. Now you got to tell us before we leave about what's happening New Year's Eve, baby.
Uh oh.
Yeah, so we are inviting, if you want to hear us live, to join the New Year celebration, New Year's Eve at Ukrainian Cathedral in Silver Spring, St. Andrew's Cathedral. They will have a beautiful evening. Not only us, it will be a few other performers, and very good food, believe me.
And good drinks too. Good
And
drinks.
drinks. And this organized by Humanitarian Center at the cathedral to fundraise the aid for they it's like non-stop work. If you could see the cathedral now, it's totally a lot of shipments, a lot of boxes, and people, volunteers, they pretty much live there. And that was this is the first time, actually, this is a premiere of New Year's Eve, because this is the first time Ukrainian Christmas will be the same with the entire world. United States, December 25th, that we will celebrate not January 7th. And usually it is a fast before Christmas. So when it was January 7th, the church would not celebrate New Year's because it was not a good way of celebrating, because it was still fasting and you cannot do too much of fun. But now, since Christmas precedes the New Year's, how it should be, they said let's do it, with the community, not just the church, it's just entire Ukrainian community, plus they inviting American band, and also there'll be some other numbers, and people who will be there. And of course it will be really beautifully decorated. You will feel like you in a kind of a magical evening there. So you can purchase the tickets on the website of the church, and you know that all the things that all proceeds that will be from that evening, it will go to Ukraine back. So
Thank you
that's
so
really what it
much.
is. Yeah.
So we can do our part. not only thinking and sending good thoughts and of joy and hope for folks, but supporting all that you do, and particularly this event. If we can't all get on the bus and the plane and the car and be there, I'm in Kentucky. I want to be. Oh, will I be in DC then? Well, I don't know if I'll still be there. Well, we'll see. But y'all know what's happening. You have got the word. So we just thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing such joy. I think as we get ready to leave, I just want to hear a little bit of that.
Okay, we'll finish our. Yeah, you see, you got it right away.
But and before I do that, remember just a shout out to everybody with the Daily Antidote of Song, knowing that we have the holiday card exchange that's going to be happening. When is that, Jaden?
It's ongoing, so
Okay.
many folks have already signed up. And yeah, I would say it's not too late to sign up if you still want to. So I'll drop the link in the chat again.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sending thoughts for safe travel and journeys for all those of you who are doing so, and for family and friends who are joining you, for those who are staying right where they are and just enjoying, and sending out hope and prayers for comfort and healing and resolution and peace. So we will leave this day dancing.
Okay, you're gonna start the clapping, okay, Kathy? Go ahead.
Bum, 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 bum. Woo!
Ой, чи є, чи нема, пан господар дома. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, пан господар дома. Ой, нема, він поїхав до млина. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, він поїхав до млина. Та й пшениці спетлювать, меда пива купувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, меду пива купувать. Меду пива купувать, щедрівників частувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, щедрівників частувать. Меду пива купувать, щедрівників частувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, меду пива купувать. Меду пива купувать, щедрівників частувать. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, щедрівників частувать. Thank you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and everything that you celebrate. And
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Solomia and Andre. Thank you so much. The group Gerdan, look them up. The links are in the chat for fabulous stuff. We can hear more. And just, I know somebody said all day long they're going to be going. Woo! Yes, I'm ready.
Nice. I like it.
But anyway, with that, we are heading out from Daily Antidote of Song, sending you hope and joy and lots of love. In this day, we got a taste of the magic and carry it with you in your hearts. And we're carrying you, Solomia and Andre, and all of the people, the Ukraine who are struggling, whether they're here or all over the world, carrying them as well in our hearts
thank you.
with love and
Thank you.
peace.
God bless you.
So with that, I'm going to have to say thanks again for a fabulous day or time, because it's day here or afternoon here or wherever you are on Facebook, folks, and anybody in social media. Thank you for joining us today. And if it's your first time, don't let it be your last. We're here having the magic every day. Did I say every day? Every day. Thank you, Jaden, for doing what you normally do. The tech stuff keeping us together. And I said again to this fabulous culture, your work is so critically important, lifting you up. Thank you, Solomia and Andre. Busy, there's the great Busy mover and shaker for this entire Carpe Diem Arts. Thank you so much for joining us again. Love to you. Arlene, thanks for joining us. Athena, thank you. Susan from Cincinnati. And Carolyn, yeah, I was dancing with you, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Cricket from Silver Spring. Thank you, Luda from Victoria, British Columbia. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Bonnie in Boise. Oh, I see your lights. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. Kathy from Denver. I love that smile. Linda from Orcas Islands. Thank you for joining us. Hindi from Toronto. Hey. Bob and Mabel and the bear. Woo! Yes. Kevin in DC. I see the flute ready. One day I'm going to hear it for real live. I'm looking forward to that. Annette in California. Thank you, Storm. Yes, sir. Good. Yes. Wonderful to see you. Maureen in Canada. Thanks for joining us. Ann in Nashville. Diane in Puerto Rico, I think it is. And Sandy. Hey, good to see you, Sandy. And then Linda in Concord. Jamie and Victoria. Good to see you. Louise in Devon, UK. Jane in Texas. Delhi. Hey, good to see you, Delhi. And there is an iPhone here with interesting, looks like these beautiful plants, but I'm not sure who, wait a minute, where did I just change my, who that is from. I'm glad to have that person with us. And Deborah, there she is waving. I think you're in the car traveling. Okay, Elizabeth. Oh, that sun coming in looks so relaxing. And Carolyn, Lynn, Gary, hey, good to see you. Get Christy shout out from me. Aloysius in Massachusetts. Hey, Sandy in Western North Carolina. And in Silver Spring. Hey, there's Kevin's screen there. Sending shout out to you. And there is down in the curly tops. It looks like Willard and Leanna in Vermont. Hey, mwah. Hindi and Pamela. Fred in Silver Spring. Hey, Fred. Nancy in Washington. Hoda in British Columbia. Oh, there she is with those lovely eyes. Kathy in Virginia. And I think I got everybody. So just have a fabulous rest of your day, rest of your week. Until the next time. I mean, thank you for sharing. Someone, I think Sandy said she's going to share this with other friends of Ukrainian descent and what's going on, to let folks know they're not forgotten and that part of our whole human race and humanity, we want to just embrace us all as we move to peace. Enjoy. In the meantime, in between time, choosing joy right now, one moment at a time. See ya!